Today we're breaking down the KD17s. Let's go. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It is Zach here with Tamsters Kicks, and we got Nike KD17s, the 17th shoe in Kevin Durant's line. Another Nike basketball shoe. I was excited to get these ones in. The colorway is kind of odd. It's kind of giving some different Nike Air Max vibes, but we're gonna break these bad boys down. Kevin Durant, although the Suns got bounced early in the playoffs this year, we know KD's been a baller. He's been a hooper. His whole career been crazy. He's got that killer cross, that hang dribble, all that good stuff. But yeah, we're breaking down the KD shoes today. If you guys haven't seen a video from me, we're gonna go through the traction, cushion, support materials. I'll try to throw some videos, me with the shoes, and just a little B-roll stuff throughout the video. So stick around, watch the video. You know what to do. It's YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into these. So the KD17s, these bad boys retail at $150. I think KD shoes have stayed pretty consistent over the years. A lot of the same kind of tech specs, same vibe to a lot of the shoes ever since we got past the 4s and 5s and 3s and stuff. But these ones are pretty solid. I mean, they're very similar in some ways to the KD16s, which I did love those ones, and the 15s as well. I feel like these later models have been pretty fire, but this one's a little different. And as you can tell, if you guys know, Air Max Pluses, these are definitely giving Air Max Plus vibes. I mean, that's kind of the outrigger TPU cage that they put onto these. We'll break that down later in the video, but I'm not too sure if I like it yet. I don't know how I feel about this colorway, but yeah, let's break them down. A new traction pattern setup gives these KDs a similar vibe to older KD models. All right, so this is giving super similar KD vibes to the KD7s. And this outsole with this translucent kind of heat map technology they got here, it's supposed to be pretty good. And when I played with it, I felt like it was pretty solid. Indoors, the dust collection was pretty minimal, which I loved. Outdoors is where it does get me a little hesitant. It is definitely a more firm translucent. You have stuff even these, the Sabrinas, this is a softer translucent, but this has got a lot of rigidity to it, which I do like about that. So I think it will perform, which I know a lot of people love to hoop in KDs outdoors. It's just a solid outdoor basketball shoe. I feel like these ones, I'd be a little hesitant, but honestly it should hold up still, and it should be pretty good. And the traction did feel good, had a nice bite, and I was pretty impressed with it. Next up, the cushion on the KD17 features an air zoom unit with a dual density setup. So similar to the Zion 2s and some other shoes, different companies are doing this dual density setup, and the KDs have switched to that. You have the Zoom Air Strobel, which is gonna go from midfoot to this heel part, and then you have a Air Zoom, that Zoom bag here in the forefoot. I mean, dual density is interesting. I don't know if I quite like it as much as the normal full length Strobel board, but I do like that Zoom pod in the forefoot. It does allow a little bit of more extension, explosiveness coming off of the toes, but I love the stability and the ride of the forefoot Strobel. So I think it is something that I could like over time. But I kind of feel like so far I still like the full-length Strobel. Now the cushioning is it's a pretty good ride. It's going to break in very good over time as well. I mean, it's bouncy, it's lightweight, it's a very nice shoe. And I feel like overall, you can't go wrong with even just putting a little bit of Strobel with that Air Zoom unit in there. The materials, we got synthetic materials covering all over the KD17s. But basically it's this textile mesh with this synthetic mold all around. You kind of have it back here in the heel unit as well as up here around the upper, and I like it. I mean, it's not super premium. You're not gonna be super blown away by it. The colorway is interesting, but the main thing with the materials is this TPU wrap that they put around this, which is the Air Max model. I'll kind of go a little bit more over it in the support section as well of the video, but you have it so it wraps around here. It adds a little more rigidity here, and it's not as much a huge support factor as it is the tighter you lace your shoes, the more you're gonna feel this TPU cage wrap around your foot and keep you locked in the midfoot area. And there's a little bit of combination with that too with the tongue here. The tongue, it's uniform all the way down. It is connected you see a lot with Kobe 5s. You can see kind of in that middle inside part, it's connected to those side panels. And I'm not a big fan of the materials of the tongue, honestly. I feel like it's a little too bulky for what I like, but the TPU cage does add good support. The fit, I mean, it's honestly almost the same as the KD16, so whatever you wear in those, probably stick to the same. If you haven't noticed, most KDs, basically for a long time, it's just a true to size fit, so 1-to-1. They're not super narrow. They do have a wide base, so I do like that feature for my wide footers out there. It does add a little bit more to the shoe, but yeah, I'd just stick to your true to size. Finally, with the support, you do have a plastic piece at the forefoot. You have a little bit of here rigidity, but mostly it's coming from this side on here with the lateral and medial TPU cage. I mentioned a little bit with the materials, it's gonna wrap around your foot the tighter that you tie your laces, so it just kind of depends how you wanna feel it, but also with the tongue being connected on the inside, it's gonna add a little bit more as it rounds out towards like the toes and the forefoot area. So I like the support, it's not anything crazy, but I think it's solid, it gets the job done. The tongue, I do think is a little too bulky, but it's not super bad, and with it being the same material as this upper, it's gonna add a little bit more like uniform feel to it, so I do like that. Traction, we're giving these bad boys 8.5 out of 10. I just want to see how this like heat map, more firm herringbone breaks down over time, and a lot of these comparisons are compared to the KD16, so I did just like the traction pattern on the 16s a little bit better. With the cushion, materials, fit, and support, I'm giving all those an 8 out of 10. It's pretty close. It's like I gave it like a pretty decent score. Like, I wasn't blown away by them. I feel like when I got the KD16s, I was a little more like, okay, like let's see what's going down with these. But the support with the TPU cage is something I want to see over time as well. Like, I think I could end up liking it a lot, as it's not super restrictive, but it does like cage your foot in very well. But from a cushion standpoint, I don't know if I'm too blown away with that like dual density setup. It's again another thing I think could break down well over time, and I could end up liking it more. Definitely worth a shot to try out it, because a dual density is becoming pretty popular, so I like the addition of that here. With the materials, I don't like them as much as the KD16s. Aesthetically, I don't think I do at all with that little Air Max nod, but I saw like a penny colorway come out, so I think there could be some fire colorways coming out with that colorways. But I mean, overall, I wasn't like blown away with them, but it's just another solid KD shoe. Like, he just keeps making bangers, and this is another one. So now what you guys think about the KD17s, this colorway? Maybe not the best colorway, but I think we see some fire ones in the future. But let me know what you think. See you guys.